Data IQ are renowned for providing some of the most impressive data and information business events. And this year, a highlight of the calendar is Data IQ Now, and that is at St Paul's in 200 Oldsgate. So let's go and find out who's there and what they think of this year's event. So David, what attracted you to sponsor the Data IQ Now event?
Well, we kicked off with Data IQ for their first event, their first big event earlier in the year, and we had very, very strong attendance, and off the back of that we then had a discussion about this event, which was a different format. And certainly the feedback that I got from my team at the last event was that we needed more opportunities to interact with clients.
Yes.
And that's what this event has really delivered in abundance, really, because we've had lots and lots of footfall, the opportunity to have dialogue with clients and prospects, etc. So on that basis, it's really ticked a lot more boxes for us going forward. So yeah, we're very happy.
I think it's been really interesting. I think it gives us a chance to engage with some of our kind of potential clients and other kind of people that work in the industry, learn from different organisations, and yeah, it's been interesting so far.
I think the key area that we sort of found quite useful in terms of this event was the whole focus around data. I mean, Data IQ is basically the business. So talking about marketing automation very much in terms of data and how it's used. So that's one of the areas that we felt was quite sort of synergy against that requirement.
For us, there are two main attractions. So the first thing is this is all about data, and as we've heard throughout the conference today, phrases like the data is the new oil, and it's absolutely vital in the backbone of everything we do now, and we firmly subscribe to that. So everything we do as an organisation, from our media planning and buying through to our creative work, through to our data processing, database management, everything is driven by data. And secondly, it's really good to come together and hear the speakers, but then network afterwards and just talk to people about their current data issues, because there's a real spectrum of experience and where people are up to with this sort of stuff, and it's really good just to hear where people are on their journey.
And in this tough economic climate, how do you find the quantity and quality of the delegates that are actually paying to come along?
It's actually very good, and to your question there, we're finding actually that more budget is going towards data management and data quality and data governance and the use of data. Where we're actually finding the changes are coming in is that whereas historically, maybe a client had a massive advertising budget, and that used to come under a lot of stress and strain in these recent couple of years. What we're finding with the data is because you can actually prove and measure and demonstrate the ROI very, very effectively, actually it's easier to defend and actually grow a data marketing budget than it is actually into other forms of marketing. And actually, therefore, we're finding that it's a growing area that people are actually putting more money into.
And what do you think to the quality of the delegates that have come along?
Yeah, very good actually. I think although they're not top of the tree, they're sort of called sort of middle management, and they're very good quality in terms of they're engaged in the subject, they understand what they're talking about, they're looking to learn more. So yeah, it's quite engaging.
So far we've managed to network with quite a lot of people, some people that we know, and new contacts that we're just making now.
What do you think to the quality of the delegates that you're seeing here at these events?
Generally, I think it's met our expectations. So we're happy with that. Clearly, we invited some of our own.
Yes.
But I think always the challenge when you know your competitors are here is in terms of do you want necessarily to draw your best prospects in it? But I think being associated with a quality event is good for our brand as we try and raise our profile in this market. Yeah, so it's all good.